Here I am working on my 94 Accord. So after running the vehicle for a while, I started noticing oil leaking out of the car. I was told by the previous owner that there is a minor oil leak. Obviously, he told me after. Though he was a friend, so not much you can do. It's now that I bought it, but bought it for $1,000. It's not a bad leak. It's just a minor nuisance. You can see I park inside my garage, and I don't want oil on my floor. So I'm going to fix the problem. I've basically isolated where the leak is. Whenever you discover a pool of oil under your car, you can see I put a little bit of matting or a paper there. Once you ever identify any liquid under your vehicle, first of all is to find out what it is. If it's oily, if it's what does it smell like, what color is it, then that can tell you what leak you have. In my case, it was oil, pretty distinctive. So once you open up the hood, try to look for anything wet or that looks like it's fresh. So once I did that, I looked inside. Everything is pretty dry. Majority of Honda leaks, or majority of motors, if you understand them, is if they did leak, what components or what areas would you need to look at first? The easiest, obviously, is to look at your oil filters. The oil filter is under the vehicle, and I'm not getting any oil leaking from under the engine bay. Same as the oil pan. The oil pan would be underneath. Usually it's your gasket or something, or your drain. Those could be loose, and that would be causing you to leak oil or dripping oil. But those were dry. The next would be to see if it was your head gasket or your valve cover gasket right here. As you can see, there's nothing there. Next would be, I would look at your distributor here. This basically is like an alternator that basically generates higher voltages for your spark plugs, and sends it down to your ignition coils here and down to your spark plugs. So just see if the gasket joining this to your engine, is there any leak there. Next would be to see if it was your VTEC valve, which is your variable timing valve, which I think in Hondas, or VTEC basically stands for, there's I think my understanding is there's two kind of crankshafts or whatever there is, and then depending on, I guess, the computer or whatever, the optimal setting it would choose and change the valve timing. So it's this thing right here, this thing right here.